Me and Willow are gonna go feed the animals and check on everyone. I have to fill their waters multiple times a day, especially since my turkey got attacked in the middle of the day. I've been coming down more often, hang out with the peacocks and chickens, just enjoy this gorgeous weather we have right now. Yes, I have a shock collar on my dog because there are coyotes and bobcats that are active during the day. I just saw a coyote this morning and I could keep her on the leash, but she usually stays right next to me and I keep a close eye on her. So, I mean, she's either on the leash or I have the shock collar on her, but I usually never need to shock her. I usually just vibrate and press the beep button. So nice hearing all the birds and seeing everything turn green, and so beautiful out here. Definitely got some landscaping we're gonna need to do, keep up with all this growth. A couple trees we'll probably try to cut down. We got a lot of projects going on. We're in the middle of doing the bird aviary right now. I'll give you a quick little update. We should have it finished by next weekend. We have a lot of predators around here. Go check on the animals, make sure everyone's got some snackies and everyone's got water. The baby chicks go through a lot of water and food because they're growing so fast. I got a mixture of silky babies and rustic rock and some barnyard mixes. Most of them I hatched myself and are from my flock. And all of the black and white, like striped ones, they are rustic rocks. My husband got those from Tractor Supply. Like I said, we got a lot of projects this summer. Finishing the aviary, which is on the other side of this barn. We've got this barn, mostly the roof, but the entire barn we need to finish. And then we're gonna make this a huge pasture for the horse and donkeys eventually. Right now they just have this little dry lot, paddock area. And then our turkey coop, well, that needs to be stripped down. That's not usable anymore, so we're gonna have to build a new turkey coop. But we're down to one turkey. And there he is, and there with them. They're fenced behind on the one section where there's roof, so don't worry, they can't get over in this area at all. They're safe under the roof in there. It's basically like a giant lean-to, so it gets the job done for now. But this summer, we will finish the barn. And then me and my husband almost done with setting up the run part of this. This is an old greenhouse that we are turning into a bird barn or aviary. So it's metal siding left over from the barn. And then we did bird netting around the top, and we're almost finished with it. We literally just have this front part to do. That's gonna be super awesome. It's a mess out here. We've just been kind of throwing things around because we've been down here trying to do project chores to catch up on. We still got to put a well in down here, so I grab buckets every day. That's why there's no water in the trough unless we actually take the time and fill it up bucket by bucket. And don't worry, there's other buckets in the barn right now. I have some outside and I have some inside, and I come down multiple times a day. All this trash and clean up out here this summer. But I seen somewhere that in Washington this guy got sued or something because he was collecting rainwater on his own property. Well, what do you think I'm doing when I take water from the pond? It's just ridiculous how they're forcing codependency on the government, and that's why I love this property and doing what we're doing, because that is absolutely ridiculous. I should not be getting in trouble for getting water on my own property. That is so stupid. And then I do this multiple times a day. I was saying that is just absolutely ridiculous that doing something like this, the government will force you to be on their grid and be codependent on them. And this is the lifestyle that I try to promote, and that's probably why I like making videos like this, because I think everyone should live like this. Be more self-sufficient and not part of the rat race. Getting so big. Oh, hi babies. Yeah, you guys are getting so big. That's a fake egg. Oh, Marshmallow, are you broody? All three of you guys so broodies, huh? And you got nothing under you. get the aviary done and the bird barn done this summer, hopefully. Crazy to think that this whole area is eventually going to be a pasture. We do plan on, we've been talking about it for about 3 to 4 years now. We've been talking about getting emus, but we of course want to make sure we do our thorough research and have the space for them before we just go and get them. So we're gonna do emus. I think most likely my husband wants to put them on the other side, but mostly this is all going to be horse pasture all the way up until that power pole, and then beyond that, somewhere in between where those 3 trees are, we're gonna put our house. Nothing fancy, just a little single wide eventually, and a shop and whatnot, and then hopefully we can make some campground areas over there, because that's where the gazebo, where the willow trees are. So that whole area will hopefully make a campsite. But yeah, that's somewhat of our goals. This is all gonna be horse pasture. Over there, emus. Eventually I would like to do a round pen maybe over here. Eventually we'll get a well and everything set up down here, and get our house down here and make this place our dream property. And we also have another pond on the other side of the property that's a horseshoe shaped pond that we're gonna attempt to make a bass pond. And we've got a lot of clearing to do out there. We've also got a lot of foresty area that we would like to make at least walking trails around. But yeah, lots of maintenance and hopes and goals for this place. Bootsy loves brushes. Bart's still scared of brushes, huh? You don't know what his deal is. These guys are overweight, but kind of hard to put them on a diet when I have a senior horse to feed. So once we get the pasture done, I can let the horse out to graze a little easier versus just hand walking her. Okay, don't kick. Got some white spots. Oh, lady, she just turned 19. Got the horse and one donkey brushed. Bart has this weird fear, phobia, trauma with brushes, so still working on that. So I need him to be haltered up. But anyways, getting somewhere with this. I can't wait to have the birds in here. The bricks will be a perfect walkway. I'll keep those clear, and then everywhere where the gravel is, I can do like stands and I don't know, give me some ideas on some plants or decor or what you think I should put in here for the peacocks and chickens. I plan on eventually putting some pigeons and maybe some other fun little flight birds in here eventually, especially when we get the inner barn fully closed off where I don't have to worry about birds escaping. But yeah, give me any and all ideas that you have. I'll link a video of a girl that inspired me. Before we even bought this property that already came with this greenhouse, I was inspired by this one girl's aviary. I'll link her video in the description. Alright, well, might as well go for a walk around the pond. I think I'm going to wait later today and I'll grab the horse and walk her around and maybe try to lunge her. I lost a lot of stuff when we moved, so there's a lot of stupid little horse supplies like tack and stuff that I needed to order, so waiting on some things to get here. feels so good outside. It's been 70s lately up here, and everything is green and luscious. I seen ducklings on the pond not too long ago. The fish have been jumping a lot. This time of year they do a lot of their feeding, and the reason why our trout don't get too big is because our pond is only 6 feet deep. So there's a section of the pond my husband is planning on digging down to like 10 to 12 feet where they have a deeper spot to hang out in, and eventually figure out something get some pelleted fish food or something for them to help them get to that next stage of growth, because they kind of get stunted in a pond this small. We also are thinking about getting some fountains, something to just keep the top of the water not from being stagnant and get more oxygen in there. So if you guys have any recommendations for solar fountains or bubblers or whatever, we're looking around for something like that to put in this pond to get our trout to be healthier and hopefully grow bigger. Definitely got some work to do around the gazebo still. The dock is kind of detaching, so we need to get that fixed and clean up some of the grass over there. We've been kind of busy with other things, but look at how gorgeous this tree is. The guy that lived here before us planted a bunch of Japanese maple trees, and they are definitely our favorite. So that is definitely a gorgeous little tree. We cut this one down almost immediately when we moved here. It was I believe, I don't think it's cottonwood, doesn't look like it, but some kind of dead tree. We cut that down, and now we just got to keep maintaining the paths and keep cutting down trees. We cut down a couple of cottonwood over here. We still need to buck some up, and there's a lot of trees for firewood and dead trees and cottonwood that needs to go. Oh! Scared some ducks. More like the duck scared me, I guess. Sorry, guys. This is where the pond exits out, which I'm sure it would help their health if we cleaned this area out a little bit more. Sorry if this is boring to any of you guys, but this is probably my favorite part of my day, especially since the weather's been nice, so. And I mostly make my videos for me. I don't really care. My videos are for myself and to look back on memories mostly. And I want to remember how gorgeous and green and lush and how beautiful this walk is. See how this property changes as I get older. Oh, the ducks I scared from over there, I scared from this part of the pond now. My husband wants to clear out a section over here and do a bunch of apple trees. There's already a couple of old apple trees over here already. Lots of plans. I'll have to drop a map on what our plans are to show you guys. See how many of those projects and goals and dreams we can actually make happen. Either way, we got the rest of our lives, so we'll etch away at it one little bit at a time. So fun seeing all the different flowers and birds that come to this property.